Alright, we're starting back up. You have my thanks, Father. And I apologize for being late today. Now, there's something unusual. You are not being punctual. Maybe next we'll go a whole month without rain. Do have mercy on the next year crop, Mel. Do have mercy on the next year's crop, Mel. You have a ball-eyed Father. So, did something nice happen? Huh? You look like you're in good spirits. Do I? No, nothing. Nothing. Something did happen, didn't it? It's all over my face, isn't it? People prefer an open book to a face of stone. So it is. People may prefer, but it's not a good trait to have for social engagements. What? Not the kind of engagements you'll be having anyways. I'm sorry, don't look so dejected. For now, at least there's nothing wrong with that. So tell me, what has you in such a joyous mood, Mel? You torment me so, Father. We have taken on another maid. You know how that goes, right? Someone new comes and things get lively for a while. All the excitement has gotten to me, that's all. Why you look at me like that? No reason, no reason. So, what family does the little lady come from? Oh, I don't actually know. You don't know. I was going to ask her, but I missed my chance. Father has returned home and I can't speak to Mother. I see. She caught your eye, hasn't she? Yeah, she has. But the truth is, you're more than just interested in her, are you not? What? No, I... Ha 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 ha. Ha ha. You truly do enjoy tormenting me. Well, I should be getting home now. Mel. Yes. Make certain you find out where she's from. If you're genuinely interested in her, it's your responsibility to determine if she's actually suitable for you. Thank you, and excuse me. It doesn't matter if she's from an esteemed family or not. No. I'm not in love with her, I'm just interested. This isn't love, no. It couldn't be. This is me we're talking about. Besides, I hardly even know her. Young sire, bless young sire, alms for the poor. Is the same beggar as before. I don't think he's moved since then. But he looks skinnier than the last time. He's going to have trouble making it through the summer. I should give him something while I still have a chance. Alms for the poor, I must say. Sorry, but this is all I have to give you. Thank you very much. Blessings upon you. May the Lord bless your souls, young sire. Thanks. I feel bad for him, but that's just the way of the world. Farewell. Way of the world. The skies are really clear. The sun shone fiercely down on the town that day. As was the character of the era, cloudy days and rain were frequent during the season, but the sun almost always took the stage the day after the storm. The cathedral, standing tall in the center of the town, the stone-paved streets clacking with the pleasant sounds of footsteps, the people peering out from beneath a wing to look up at the sky. In Mel's eyes, it was as if they were all blessed by divine light. However, not everyone living in the same land was equally blessed. In fact, the blessed were far outnumbered by the forsaken, even if the time would later come to be referred to as the Golden Age. Elsewhere, back at the mansion, Nellie was causing trouble for the Abigails. On a whim, she had decided to redecorate her bedchamber, so she gathered all the maids and put them to work, shouting orders and demands and complaints. And she had not only summoned her personal servant, but others as well, including the white-haired girl. No, not like that. How many times must I tell you? The tapestry goes by the door. And I don't like the carpet pattern. Is there anything else we can change with it? It would. Hey, who put this ugly vase here? Nellie appeared to be rather irritated, and it was the servants who bore the grunt of her frustration. Though if they found this similarly vexing, none of them showed it. She was a girl who spoke her mind, a trait particular to that time in history. Women of the Golden Age were so vicious, in fact, that it inspired a parody and satire in foreign countries. What country are we in? But no matter how hands-off her parents were, had Nellie been born a generation earlier or a generation later, she likely would not have been able to act so free-spirited. That day, however, Nellie did not seem to be her usual self. Though she always spoke her mind, it rarely went beyond being childlessly adorable. It was unusual to see her in such a foul mood, not even a smile on her face. Get rid of it. Get rid of it all. The carpet, the chair, the desk is all so ugly. Do we have anything better? If we don't, then order it. Have it made. You can do that much, can't you? Hurry up and replace them. The white-haired girl. Having only arrived that morning, the white-haired girl was unsure what she was supposed to be doing, caught in the middle of a flurry of maids and furniture and fabric. Oh, let me check if I'm recording. Yeah, I'm recording. She chased frantically scrambling Abigail's with her eyes, and made attempts to help, but not being familiar with the work, she only ended up getting in their way. She probably felt that everyone would be better off with her not in the room. So when the maid ordered to get a new furniture made their way out of English. So when the maids ordered to get a new furniture made their way out of Nellie's room, she attempted to follow them. You, hold on a second. Oh god. You, yes you, with the white hair. However, Nellie stopped her before she could take her leave. The white-haired girl turned back bewildered to find Nellie smiling at her. The corners of her mouth turned up into self-assured grin. There was no trace of timidity, being timid, or uncertainty in her demeanor. Her flaxen eyes seemed like they would look nicer under the light of the sun. Almost the exact opposite of the white-haired girl. He, maid. I wanted to talk to you, actually. But Mother never was one to share. I asked her to trade maids, but she wouldn't have it. Trade? You mean for... Which is why I decided to completely redecorate my room, because I would need some extra hands. But why? Because Mother and Father refused to tell me anything. Why is that? Who are you? Who are you exactly? Where did you come from? Tell me, what house are you from? Damn it. Why can't you tell me? If we took you in, you must be from a fairly decent family. As a member of the Rhodes family, I have a right to know. Do I not? You can't expect me to welcome a girl into my home who won't even tell me where she's from. I don't know anything about you. I haven't seen you at any parties. I came from another country. Another country? What country? Somewhere very, very far away. Oh. North here, east, west, south? South. It's south of here. Across the seas to get here, which is why we have never met before. How far did you have to travel then? How many times did the sun arise? How many stormy nights did you face? In numerous days, nights we sail, heading further north. I thought you came from the south. So tell me, Lady Nilly, that is the most wonderful painting. Trying to change the subject. She just tried to brush me off. I won't let her get away that easily. Painting is in my room, so of course it's wonderful. Oh my god. But that one is especially so. You're both so adorable, you, Lady Nilly, and Lord Mel. How old were you when it was painted? Huh? Ah, that painted. Goodness, yes. You have a good eye for art. It is magnificent, isn't it? It was done when I was 4 and Mel was 7. You see, now we're standing next to each other holding hands. You see how we were standing next to each other holding hands? I was too young to remember it very well, but Mel looked like he was really embarrassed. But standing there like statues make for a boring painting. Nellie explained brightly, having completely forgotten she was pressed up against the white-haired girl. She did a little twirl, stopping to face the portrait. Though many paintings lined the wall of her room, Nellie was most fond of the one of her and her brother. Two darling siblings standing side by side, the older brother smiling kindly and the younger sister sweetly tilting her head, her cheek color of fresh picked apples. It was like the very embodiment of happiness. A painting lays the subject bare, you know, fortune and misfortune, happiness and sorrows, enshrined on the canvas for all to see. And this reflection is not merely limited to the point in time it was made either. Did you know, Master, that paintings are alive? They are drawn with a brush over an extended stretch of time, unlike photographs which capture a singular moment. The two have their own individual merits, but a photograph is still while a painting moves. Portraits reveal both the past and the present state of those they depict. He may stop laughing. Mel and I have always been close. I would sing songs for him and he would teach me all sorts of things. He was so smart. Nowadays, Mel hardly even goes on walks with me, making excuses like I'm an adult now. But we used to spend a lot of time playing together in the rose garden. I see. The white-haired girl normally had a difficulty smiling, but her lips naturally curl upwards as Nellie reminisced. A vision of the two happy siblings had probably swelled up in her mind. There was a faint trace of envy in her heart as well. Lady Nellie, you love Lord Mel quite deeply, I see. Yes, of course I do. Mel's smart and he's studious and he's incredibly kind. For my birthday, he gave me this wonderful rose necklace. The jewelry shop he got it from is famous because even the royal family makes commissions from their workshop. So he had to have it ordered in months in advance. Just for me. Hehehehe. He's a prince. Who? He's pretty charming, wouldn't you say? That's why I call him my prince. But you know what? Mel is a terrible dancer, and he still hasn't got his feet on the ground yet. And he's so bad at interacting with girls. So there's no one else who would say that about him. He's quite the gentleman. I assume women would be drawn to him. Gentlemen? Have you met Mel already? This morning, briefly. That reminds me, Mel seems to know about her too. What do you think about Mel? As I said, he's a gentleman. That's not what I mean. I don't think I'll let you get away with putting any funny ideas in his head. What? Mel is too trusting. He's pure of heart. So I won't stand for you trying to take advantage of him. I would never. So you say, but you actually want to get close to him. I wouldn't dream of it, Lady Nellie. He's a man far beyond my reach. You aren't planning on doing anything, are you? Not at all. And you won't have any romantic feelings for him, do you? What? Well, do you? I have no romantic feeling for him, Lady Nellie. And you won't develop any. I will not. And with that, Nellie gave a wide, satisfied grin. Even though one has no way of knowing how another truly feels, or how they might feel in the future. Hey, you wouldn't, would you? Now that I think about it, there are plenty of other boys. You getting together with Mel is downright absurd. Indeed. But anyways, back to what we were talking about earlier. Your family, I almost forgot. You haven't told me exactly where you came from, or anything about your... Lady Nellie, I bought a new carpet, just look at it, embroidery. The work of a true artisan. I am simply in love with it. Surely you will find it to your liking as well. Oh, you're right, that is a Florentine stitch, isn't it? Florentine, did I pronounce that right? Whatever. I wonder whether someone mimicked the style or if it was imported. Either way, great find. Let's hurry up and get it laid out. Oh, we have to see how the colors go with everything else. We have to finish redecorating quickly so I can show Mal. He'll be so surprised. What a wonderful taste you have, Nelly. Hehehe. When the other Abigails returned, so did the bustle with Nelly's room. As the white-haired girl watched, a faint smile across her lips. Perhaps it was from relief at having escaped Nell's inquisition. Or perhaps... Ah, Nelly, I'm back. Did you eat something, or you're not supposed to, dearest Mel? You're unusually cheerful. I'm the same as always. Anyways, never mind that, dearest Mel. Take a look at my room. I redecorated today with the help of the maids. So that's what you've been doing, hiding away in the house all day, Nelly. How is that any different to what you're doing? What you were doing? You're always in the church all day. I guess. I will look at your room, I promise, but first, do you know where the new maid is? Silence. Now, don't get any strange ideas. I just haven't yet had the chance to introduce myself, and I thought I should as a member of the family. Except you have, and I know it. Being the eldest son, it would be shameful if she were to pass me in the halls and not even knowing who I am, so... Don't ask me. What? But you were in the house all day. She attends to mother, so why would I know where she is? Though she did help me redecorate my room. You made her help. That's the work of the men servants. There was no reason to make the maids do it. Oh, so you're saying I should have invited a bunch of men in my room? I go into your room all the time, Nelly. And you were in my bedchamber just this morning. Only one man is allowed in my bedroom, dearest Mel, and that is you. So, unless you become a servant, which I will not stand for, I will not ask any of them for help. Oh, Nelly, you ought to be a little more what? If you're going to lecture me, I won't hear it. What am I gonna do with you, my little lady? What? Why are you looking at me like that? We talk about you, dearest Mel. And what I'm not going to tell you is what she said. About me? What did she say? Please, Nelly. She said she has no romantic interest in you. What? What did that even come up? Because we're vote girls, we talk about things like what kind of boys we like and who is the most handsome and blah. Why do you look so downtrodden, dearest Mel? You look like a sad little boy who can't get his crush to notice him. That face is unbecoming of a prince, Mel. Are you interested in her? That's strange. You haven't even met. I'm not. It's just depressing to find out that someone you've never met doesn't like you. That's all. White-haired girl. If I'm going to make my move, I must do so soon. I don't have much time. Your move? The master of the house isn't around, so next in line would be him. That painting. What about that painting? Okay, I'm gonna take a little break. Give me a minute. Okay, I'm back. What did I miss? Despite near devastation by Nellie's news, Mel, flaxen eyes continued to wander in hopes of catching the sight of the girl. By now, it should be quite obvious to you what Mel was feeling. But the boy himself was having difficulty comprehending the things going through his heart. Emotionally, he was horribly unstable. It's like a ship without a sail. And still, every time he spotted a white-haired girl, his heart would leap. His whole body jitter with anxiety and excitement. He had never felt anything like this before, and as such he struggled to keep these strange emotions in check. Whenever he saw an opportunity, Mel would speak to the white-haired girl. And days he was unable to, he either spent it in secluded silence or distracted days. Love is a curious thing. It has the power to change those who experience it. When he did manage to approach her, he tripped over his tongue. Again and again he talked to her, and again he stumbled. I imagine if you were to take him to see a romance at the theater in his present state, he would cry just as much as little Nellie. We cry at tragedies because we draw parallels to our own lives. True. At least that's what I think. Great tales of romance attain true gravity with the audience only when they are personally familiar with love. In any event, the white-haired girl was, as a result of this, visibly perturbed. She was delighted that he was being so kind to her, but confusion overpowered her every other emotion. She appeared to be at a loss for what to do as he clumsily catapulted words and stares at her. Creepy. But Mel did not back down. Though he probably knew not what caused such fiery emotions to erupt from within his breast. One first love in particular tends to burn like a wildfire. Are you familiar with the sensation, Master? Who? Hehehehe. I hate you, maid, but I love you at the same time. There she is. Is she cleaning? No, it looks like she's reading. It's now or never. Boo! Oh my god, don't try this. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Lord Mel, you're not that close, buddy. You very clearly meant to scare me. Because you just want to notice me. What are you reading? You look pretty engrossed. Oh, I'm sorry, I should have asked for permission. It's fine, no need to apologize. Feel free to read whatever you want. And you're welcome to bring books back to your room if you'd like to. Spend more time with them. But I was just amazed by the mansion had a library. It must have been a lot of work to collect all these books. There's some pretty old books in here too. Your grandfather's. Some of that he collected and some even older than that. Take a look at this. I think it's a diary, but it's not from this country. Or this century for that matter. Maybe it's a feudal lord. Here, he's complaining about the quality of the harvest. Can this forsaken land only produce over sour grapes? If only the largest of the Barney, or maybe Barneater. If only the largest of the Beneater estates were mine instead. The land there is much more suitable for cultivation. There you have it. You can read this, Lord Mill. More or less. I looked over it several times already, so that wasn't too difficult. Why would such an old book be here? I'm not sure. It and all of this was already here when I moved into the mansion. Have you not lived here your whole life? I was born at our estate, but to me and Nellie this is more like our home. We moved when I was still young, and we live here ever since. Nellie and Mother have both grown quite fond of it. Father, though, often goes back to the house because he doesn't like all the roses by himself. Yeah, well, sometimes Mother goes with him. But for the most part, he goes alone. But don't get me wrong, it's not because they don't get along. In fact, they act more like teenagers in love than grown adults. It almost makes me sick having to watch. It's a wonderful thing to be so close, no matter how old they may be. True, but still, there are those in the world who cannot be with the ones they care for as much as they may wish. I'm sorry about that. Oh, that's right, the book. What were you reading? I wasn't exactly reading. I do not enjoy reading lots of text, so I was looking at the pictures. Is that so? You seem very cultured, so I thought you would be partial to reading. Perhaps you're actually more like Nellie and eschewed your studies. Yes. I wouldn't have guessed. But you like looking at pictures. I do. What else you like? What? What do you enjoy doing? It can be anything. I enjoy being told stories. Stories. Yes, when I was young, my father would tell me tales. What kind of stories did you like? There was one about an imprisoned girl. Tell it to me. Oh, wait. This is important. Once there was a girl. She was locked away in a mansion deep in the forest. A mansion, you say? A mansion with only one window. But the window sat high upon the wall, far beyond her reach. So it was always very dark inside, unlike this mansion. Are you saying that this is a different mansion from the one that we're in? However, the girl did not like the outside world. There were lots of scary things out there, after all. Though she may have been all alone in the mansion, she grew comfortable with the darkness in time. So she had nothing to be afraid of. And then, am I doing a good job? You're doing fine, keep going. What happens next? Okay. And then the girl grew up. By then she had already forgotten why she was locked up. But she was content with the darkness. However, her eyes couldn't help but be drawn to the little bit of light that spilled through the one window. Though she was comfortable in the darkness, the sight of the light made her heart race. At first the girl thought it was because she found it unpleasant, because she disliked the light and the outside. But slowly she came to realize that she was curious about the outside world. What could be happening out there? For all she knew, the town, the forest, the people, all of it could have changed while she was imprisoned in the mansion. But she has no way of finding out. So the girl decided to write letters and throw them out the window. What began as an empty grasping became routine, continuing for several months until she was finally ready to give up. But then a beautiful white dove flew through the window. Tied to the dove's leg was a letter. Her heart raised. She read the words contained within. It seemed to have been written by a man. The letter contained numerous questions for the girl. It also said that if she attached her reply to the dove, it would bring the letter back to him. She was astonished, but she wrote him back anyways, taking care not to mention where she was. After having exchanged letters a number of times, the two fell very close to one another, as though they had known each other for many years despite having never met. And eventually the man said he wanted to meet her. Indeed, the girl was unsure what to do. Should she tell him how she lived? Should she reveal where she spent her days? She was afraid if she did, he would cease to send her letters. She was sure he believed her to be a young lady of noble blood, and not a girl locked away in a house deep in the forest. The girl could not bring herself to write a response. She released the dove through the window with nothing attached to its leg. And yet it returned with another letter written by the man's familiar hand. "You must surely have a grave reason for your silence," it said. "I would like to know that reason, and I would like to help you. No matter what it may be, you have my word." She defibrillated. Deliberated? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the word. Though his letters were kind, she did not know this man. He was from the outside. Would he still treat her the same way when he met her? And did she even want to step out into the world beyond? What do you think she did? Wrote a letter and agreed to meet him, right? Yes, she did. The girl made up her mind she would write a letter. As always, when she tied it to the dove leg, it flew off out the window. And for some time after that, she received no response from the man. This saddened her, but she thought it was for the best. She belonged in her own confined world, her world of darkness. But then one day light shone into the mansion. The sealed door that had been opened, and in the doorway stood a handsome young man. "I have come for you," he said. The man was a prince from a neighboring kingdom. When the girl stepped outside, before her sat a magnificent carriage, the likes of which she had never before seen, accompanied by many servants. The prince, kind as in the letters, swore his love to her, and the two lived happily ever after. That was a long story. What a nice story. I'm glad it has that happy ending. A prince. Was there something funny about the story? No. That's not why I was laughing. Do you ever imagine what it would be like if a prince showed up for you? Huh? It doesn't have to be a real prince, even just someone like one. Is that something you dream about? Oh no, I think I'm perhaps a little too old for that. You think so? Nellie still fantasizes about her friends and she's 14. I just assume all girls were the same. No, Nellie is a special case. No, just saying. Lady Nellie's friends. That's you, Lord Mel, no? What? Is it not? I mean, we used to play make-believe a lot when we were kids, but I very much doubt she still thinks of me that way in earnest. No, she does. When she calls me her prince now, it's mostly mostly in jest. If it weren't, that would be concerning. It is concerning. Oh. The story. Do you know if it's original tale, one that's been passed down through the ages? I'm not sure. It could very well be of my father's own creation. You might think me conceited, but I think the story might be about me. Conceited? Oh, that's concise. The girl trapped in the mansion is you? You haven't been locked up anywhere before, have you? No, thankfully. I've never been locked up before. Thank goodness. But with an appearance like mine, I could sympathize with her being afraid of the outside world. Let me just check the backlogs. As you, well, thankfully I've never been locked up before. Comfortable with the darkness. Indeed, the girl was unsure what to do. I could sympathize with her being afraid of the outside world. I have at times imagined how wonderful life would be if it were only me and my father. But the girl left the house in the end. If your father really wrote that story, then I believe it contains his hope for you to end up the same way. Oh. I don't have what it takes to be a real prince and whisk you away, but I can at least pretend. So if it was your father's wish for you to see the outside world, then surely there's nothing wrong with you getting out and experiencing all the scenery that the world has to offer. I want to see the outside world too. Or to be more specific, other countries. So, if you like, someone's running. Could maybe go see distant lands together? Ah, there's Mel. I've been looking for you all over. Looking all over for you. Hello, Nellie. The psychopath. Give me a minute. Okay. Water break. We're back. Nellie. Look at this, there's Mel. Mother brought me these wonderful gloves to wear on walks. The rose embroiled on the wrists are just precious. Oh my, you're right, they are beautiful. You appear to be dizzy, Lord Mel. Are you feeling unwell? No, I'm fine. Mel was feeling frustrated at the inability to convey his feelings to her. And as his frustration built up over time, he developed, I suppose you could call it, a severe case of love sickness. For several consecutive nights, he has been afflicted with a particular sensation. A presence in his bedchamber. What? Dead. Dead to the unholy one. Who's speaking? Dead to the heretic. Dead to the witch. Ooh, church? Kill XXX. Oh. A man's voice is the girl in prison story thing. She's why I never wanted her to die. Was she not eating? 2, 3. Seal off the tower. Understood? No one finds out about this. How? How can you be so calm? Don't you understand what you've done? Pinning the blame on me. How nice it must be to be able to distort reality with panic. You're just as guilty as any of us. I never wanted her to die. Ooh. Man's voice. The witch killed her. The blood of the witch killed my ex. Oh god. Was that the mansion? No. He's getting flashbacks. Or memories coming into his mind? Hold on. The witch killed her. The blood of the witch. The blood of the witch killed my... The blood of the witch killed whoever. Yeah. A dream? What was that dream? It was horribly unsettling. I was holding someone, a girl I care for dearly, in my arms, and she was limped. It was almost as if she were dead. I've been having a lot of really unpleasant dreams lately. I can't stop shaking. Why would I have such a dream? I feel sick. Back to sleep. But I wonder who was that girl. I could sense someone standing beyond my door. Is someone there? It's like they're watching me. Oh, that's creepy. Is it just my imagination? I can't move because you're petrified with fear. What? What do you want? Go away. Haha. The sound is growing fainter. That's creepy. Someone's like right outside your door. Was it a white-haired girl? Is that truly what your story meant? Is that truly what your story meant, Father? That, he wants her to go outside and experience the world? But such a magnificent garden. Something we could never have had. Are my intentions misguided? What a beautiful white rose. Ooh, this looks cool. You know, you could have sneaked into his room rather easily then. Oh, look, it's a maid. I didn't realize that. Hold on. This look cool. Okay, back to the store. No one was watching. Except for you. You were obviously watching. How long have you? Oh, you needn't pay me any mind. I shall not condemn you no matter what you might do. Rather, I am on your side. You're a creepy maid. I was not going to do anything. Oh, is that so? Then perhaps you were out for a little night stroll. I imagine you have less difficulties going outside at night. I beg your pardon. I will return to the mansion immediately. Oh yes, that reminds me. It was also the middle of the night when the grocer's servant broke into the safe. What? News of that spread quite far. I'm sure you would have heard about it. Oh. Although was Jermashk imprisoned? Damn me, I'm having trouble remembering. But worry not. If you wish for it, the mansion shall provide. Oh, is she the Gamash or something? The white-haired girl is actually the Gamash. Well, the mansion shall provide. You are in no danger whatsoever of getting caught. So she probably stole from a safe somewhere. Yeah, the white-haired girl. What was the name? I forgot the name because it was hard to pronounce. You said that a witch lives in the mansion, did you not? I did. Does that sound perhaps a bit archaic for you? No. I believe those rumors are mockingly referring to me. You? Oh my. I have been accused of being a witch before. Which is amusing. I don't have any magical powers. I simply have an unusual appearance. The flower turned red. Wait. I've been accused of being a witch before, which is amusing. I don't have any magical powers. I simply have an unusual appearance. And then the flower turned red. This will make a good thumbnail. My, what a lovely shade of red. I have a theory. The white-haired girl did not turn that flower red, and instead the maid did. Because the maid is the only one here who isn't surprised by that. But she is surprised by it. The rose. Is something the matter? This rose was white. Until I took it in my hand. Is that so? I apologize, I must sound mad. I'm sure I was just mistaken. It couldn't possibly have changed. I wonder. I definitely think the maid is a witch. Yes. Did the girl locked in the mansion become a princess? What? We should lock up and head to bed. Did the girl locked in the mansion become a princess? Make sure all of the shutters are closed nice and tight, and then draw the bar on the front door. the maid give the order. Good lord. The story is unfolding, so I don't want to stop. Slowly but surely, time trekked onwards, everyone working towards their own individual goals. Each early summer breeze that blew through the garden was like God's hollow breath carrying the flowers' fragrance through Rose Manor windows. If only time could be stopped and this beautiful era made to live on through eternity. As usual, Mel's eyes chased after the white-haired girl, and Nellie pursued her lips in frustration at him. But she was still rather docile. Even taking into account how self-centered she behaved, how fickle her temper, Nellie fits were still no worse than a playful kitten. See, at the very moment, our lively little feline and her claws posed to swat the flaxen-haired young man. See? Wait, what? Hehe. Oh. Mel, you promised me, or have you forgotten? I haven't forgotten, I'm just asking if we could go another day. Another day? This isn't something that happens every day. I've been looking forward to tonight's performance for so long. There's nothing I can do about that. We're having a gathering at the priest's home tonight. Several high-ranking officials have come up from the mainland just for this. Who cares? I care. You know, Nellie, it doesn't have to be me who goes with you. No, I want to go with you, Mel. You have been so distant lately, dearest Mel. You refuse to do anything with me. That's not true. Tell me, if you can't go today, when can you? When will you be willing to go out with me? When will you be willing to play cards with me? To have tea together? I can't make any promises. I have things to do, obligations. And Nellie, you're almost an adult yourself. Stop acting like such a child. Oh, that hurts. I'm not an adult yet, I'm still a kid. If it means I don't get to play with you anymore, dearest Mel, then I don't want to be an adult. Nellie, you can't. Lady Nellie, the master wishes to speak with you. Her father does. What could he want? To set you up for a marriage. That's what he wants, probably. Go on, Nellie. You can't make father wait. He's very particular about people keeping their appointments. Yes, he is. Unlike you, dearest Mel. What got her in such a foul mood? Oh, look, it's the maid. Oh, thank goodness for the small miracles. Ellie just won't seem to take me at my word lately. You mustn't be so harsh on her. She is your one and only darling little sister. You're right. But still, she's taken it a bit too far as of late. Oh, I'm not too sure. She doesn't seem to be behaving any differently to me. Well, that's the problem. She doesn't change. Am I the one acting differently then? Well, enough about that. Can I ask you a favor? Me? What can I do for you? I was thinking. Physically, Mel was undeniably English. a young man, but the smirk that crossed his lip as he schemed gave his face a sweet look of a little boy. Or perhaps that was simply a part of his charm. And it was not the age disparately, but his character that made his smile so heartwarming. What did he ask of me? You shall find out soon enough. Maid. The maid is the best character in this, I'm gonna be honest. White-haired girl. It's cloudy. And thank goodness for that too. Though it would be even better if it were even darker out. Because your skin. I believe the textile shop was around here. Mel. Hi there. Lord Mel. Fancy meeting you here. Yeah, what a surprise. So, what do you say we take this chance to go for a little walk? Since you're so sensitive to the sunlight, we can keep our eyes out for shadowy areas as we go. If you feel unwell, just let me know. I was sent out to run an errand. Don't worry about that. Come on, follow me. I'm sorry, it's actually wasn't an accident we crossed paths. I planned this out ahead of time. Asked to have you sent out on a fake errand. It feels like I'm always on alert back at the mansion. I can't relax in my own house. It's actually kind of funny. Sorry, that was inappropriate of me. I just thought since the sun's mostly blocked out, it would be alright if I'm feeling just fine. Awkwardness again. Of course I get her out of the house and I can't even think of anything to say. Hey, yes. Have you settled into life at the mansion? I have. Everyone has been such a big help. That's good to hear. Indeed. So, yes. Nellie told me that she had you help redecorate her room sometime back. Yes, that was shortly after I arrived. What of it? That day, Nellie told me that you don't, I don't? Never mind, sorry, it's not important. It is important, but I can't just ask how she feels about me. That would make it sound like sound like I do, don't I? Lord Mel. Oh, sorry, I had something on my mind. It looked like it might rain today again. The weather usually gets better as summer approaches, but not worse like it has been. It won't be a heavy storm though. Is the white-haired girl controlling the weather or something? Is the witch controlling the weather, whoever the witch is? No, Mel. The wind is too gentle. You can tell from that. Vaguely, but yes. That's impressive. I often leave the house unprepared, only to find myself sloshing back in the rain. Yeah. You laugh a lot more than you used to. Do I? Yeah, I like that, and I like that. You look better with a smile on your face. A smile suits Lady Nell more than I. What? Her smile and your smile are completely different. Also, a smile suits you as well, Lord Mel. Do you really think so? What am I supposed to do in the face of a smile like that? So, yes. Knowing her, if I ask if I'm imposing, she will say no without hesitation. Trying to cover myself isn't going to get me anywhere. Hold on a second. I never did get you those flowers like I promised. There was a single white rose blooming in the garden. Yeah, about that. I was planning to give it to you, but it disappeared before I had the chance. About that white flower. So I like you to have this. It's not a real rose, but it won't wilt either. I Mel holding an ornamental white rose. Is she gonna touch it and turn red? It was an impressively detailed replica of the real thing, crafted by an incredibly skilled artisan hand. It was, I imagine, made by the same craftsman from whom Mel had ordered Nellie's birthday necklace. So he gave Nellie a red rose, and he gave the white-haired girl a white rose. The young man who but had a handful of days earlier had said he has no sweetheart had come to commission a present for a girl. The master of the shop must have been quite surprised. Or perhaps it have given him a good laugh instead, yeah. It was for this moment that he so desperately sought for time together with the white-haired girl. I don't know what you like, so I had it based on my sister's taste. My apologies, I cannot accept this. Is it the design not to your liking? No, I just... If you're concerned about how much I paid for it, don't be. I just wanted you to have it, that's all. Please. Why are you so kind to me? Why? Because... I'm sorry, I cannot accept it. A clear glint of flustered panic was visible in her eyes. In her red eyes. There was not a girl in the world whose hearts will not flutter at the sight of a sparkling rose accessory. But her reaction was far from delight. As a matter of fact, there were traces of fear and apprehension in her countenances. Countenance. I beg your pardon. Hold on. With a look of distress on her face, the white-haired girl made to run off, but Mel grabbed her by her hand in the nick of time. At least tell me why. Is it because you dislike me? I never said that. Is it because Nellie, tell her not to have romantic interest and that she will never have romantic interest in the future with him? Something's wrong with me. From the day you arrived at the mansion, it's like I haven't been myself. I've been strangely aflutter ever since then. Whether I try to study or whether I try to read, none of it sticks. I'm just looking at pages of text, tracing rows of letters only for them to disappear as soon as I look away. It's all because of you. I'm truly sorry, truly I am. Wait, what? I truly am sorry. Please don't be any more generous than you already have. When I'm with you, my willpower wavers. What do you mean by that? I'm so sorry. Wait. This will make a good thumbnail. Probably, maybe. Mel grip loosens for a moment, allowing her to slip free and dart off like a gust of wind, not giving him a chance to stop her a second time. The dumbfounded flaxen-haired boy stood frozen in place, left all by himself. The breeze, which the white-haired girl had called gentle earlier, felt faintly chilly, almost as if mocking him. So she is the witch then, because her emotion changed the environment. It looked like she's even less fond of me than I thought. God, I'm crying. I'm pathetic. The priest, oh no. Well, if it isn't Mel, what might you be? Are you crying? I'm so pitiful. I'm sorry you had to see me like this. Think nothing of it. I passed by a girl a few moments ago. She appeared to be rather distressed as well. Did something happen between the two of you? I wasn't good enough, it seems. Not good enough. That was the new maid I was telling you about her before. I was, like you said, Father, I was keen on her, quite. Enough to bring me to tears like a miserable child. But she rejected me. I don't even have what it takes to be a stand-in prince. Mel, I apologize for complaining to you about this. I'm completely hopeless. Mel, please don't try to cheer me up. I don't need any sympathy. No, Mel, listen to me. What? I've seen that girl before. Wait, what? What do you mean? But, you said she was a servant at your house, right? In which case... Yeah, she is. Please tell me, Father, where did you see her? Why must you be so evasive? It was probably someone else. Someone else? You're saying you mistook someone who stand out as much as her? Father. She and a man who I assume is her father paid a visit to the church once. They came asking for food, their clothes in tatters. The two were emaciated. I don't think they were eating daily. What? Wait a minute, are you saying she's a beggar? But father said she came from an esteemed house. Which is why I said I might be mistaken, Mel. She has a singular aspect, but it's impossible there is another girl who looks similar. Deep down, the other priest surely believed the opposite. And so he said sternly, like teacher to pupil. But you must be absolutely certain, Mel. Understood? You cannot proceed any further without knowing her ancestry. May I visit the church, Father? By all means. In the back of Mel's mind, a vision of the night of the storm, the night the white-haired girl arrived at the mansion, was surely replaying. She has been wearing a little more than rags and covered in grime, hardly the appearance of a respectable young lady of class. I've been putting her through unnecessary. Have I been putting her through unnecessary stress? If she actually turns out to be nameless, to be rankless, no matter where she's come from, my heart is decided. I will not fool myself about how I feel any longer. No, I cannot fool myself. But how does she feel? What will everyone else think? I have to find out why she was welcome into our house. I asked mother or father. No. If it's for some reason they don't know she isn't aristocrat, I'm better off not saying anything else. But if they don't, then does that mean she's been lying to us and to them? I have to find out. This time I must get answers. No, absolutely not. Nelly? You come back and the first thing you say is that. I hate you, father. I will not stand for— oh, right, because she was talking to the father. Okay. Why? Why would he just suddenly throw that on me? Was I right? The father setting her up for a marriage? Like forced marriage? He didn't even ask my— yeah, I'm betting that's it. No, I won't do it. I'm fine the way things— okay, maybe not marriage? Things are— I'm just fine. There is Mel, I need your help. I don't want to— yeah, I was right. Want to get married. I was right. I was on the money on that one. Nice. This may seem sudden, but I must confess that I made a grave mistake. Wait, what? My transgression is that I was unable to completely predict where this path we were traveling led. My hands were full with dealing with my immediate day-to-day task. Could do not but pray there was happiness waiting in the future. So I could do not, but pray there was happiness waiting in the future. Happiness for everyone who lived within the Rose Manor. But I am not a mere maid. There are limits to what I am allowed to do. And furthermore, it was not my place to offer her my hand. When she came to the mansion, when the white-haired girl came to the mansion, road, such as the one we were following, have a way of diverting with little warning. And if you do not turn the wheel exactly right at those sudden forks, you may end up somewhere horribly off course. I was well aware of that fact, which is why I thought that what I did was for the best. What was that? It's happening again. I made sure the door was closed, but I can sense someone standing there. Someone watching me. Did the maid take us down the bad route? A bad timeline? Footsteps. They're looking down at me. I want to open my eyes, but I can't do it. Curses. You're just going to leave without doing anything, aren't you? Then hurry up and get out of here. Free me of this torture. No, tonight they're on my bed now. Looking down on me. What? My neck. What? I can't speak, I can't move. These cold fingers, that soft breath. Is it a white-haired girl? Is she working with somebody to take down the Rose Manor? Why, I can't move my body. But that's not important right now. I was right, it was a white-haired girl. You smell of roses. The sense of a world far removed from ours. He made it to gasp at the sight before him, only to realize he could not. The pressure of her cold fingertips wrapped around his throat robbed him of almost entirely of the ability to breathe. Why? He silently mouthed the word. For that moment at least her melancholic ruby eyes were focused wholly on the flaxen-haired young man. In them glowed a faint flicker of willpower and continuously burning agitation that aroused her to action. I told you to stop being kind to me. Why? It will all be over soon. Please don't make any noise. She is working for somebody to kill people in the Rose Manor. Because he's next in line to take over Rose Manor. Why? To put an end to this family. You're my only... Why are you shaking? Oh. What? Upon hearing Mel's words, the strength drained from her slender fingers. He has not been questioning why she would do such a thing. There was, of course, a trace of bewilderment visible in his eyes. But he did not shout, nor did he tremble in fear. He instead expressed concern for the young woman who looked like a cornered rabbit. I am not shaking. You are, I can see it. As he slowly regained his breath, Mel's voice grew clearer. Conversely, the red-eyed girl grew progressively more faint and raspy. You are not doing this because you genuinely want to. There is some other reason. Is this what I desire? Have you been in my room before? You have. I am sorry. Well, I'll be damned. Tell me, why are you shaking? You're not putting any pressure on my neck. Why haven't you run? Because I cannot fathom why you would do this, so I'm not afraid. Do you hate me so deeply you want me dead? Do you despise me to the point you would be willing to take my life with your own hands? No, I don't. See, like I said, there's another reason. If it isn't because you detest me, then tell me, why is it? I'm sorry, I will leave your room now. I will do my best not to bother you any further, so please forget anything has ever happened. Do you think I'm just going to say okay and let you go? Why can't you tell me the reason? I'm sorry. Alright then, I'll try and guess. What? It has something to do with your lineage. You're troubled by it somehow, am I right? I thought so. How do you know about that? The priest at my church told me he had seen you before. He also told me a little bit about your origin. But that's all I know. The only difference between us is social rank. I don't know what would cause you to do this. Please tell me who you really are. Tell me why you came to the mansion, and why father allowed you to be a maid. I haven't said anything to mother or father. If you're hiding the truth from them, they still don't know. But I want to. I I won't get mad at you, or have you punished. I even swear to God if you will like. I I want to be the prince who whisked you away. I want to be the prince who rescued the girl from the dark mansion and showed her the world. I know I am not dependable, but I want to help you. Why do you show me so much compassion? Such compassion. Why do you treat me like this? I have my hand around your neck. Why? I thought it would be obvious. Or have I not expressed myself well enough? I love you. Every time you push away, it crushes me. I didn't even know my heart could feel such distress. If you dislike me, and don't want to be with me, then well, I just have to live with it. As much as it may hurt. But if you have some other reason, some weight on your shoulders, that you cannot share with anyone else, tell me. I want to help you. Are there other options? Things that we can do about your... No, that's not it. Huh? I tried to hate you so many times. So yes, there's more to it than just social status. But I can't do it. I couldn't make myself to do it. What do you mean? I had so many chances, but I couldn't do anything. She spoke in a stiffened voice, as if every word had to fight to escape her lips. She appeared so fragile, so precarious, looking down on him, that it seemed as though if a gust of wind were to whisk through the room, it would blow her away completely. Her pale fingers were trembling like she had tried to squeeze them again and failed. However, her hand did not pull away from his still slender neck. Her hand is so cold. He did not challenge her, but simply kept his eyes affixed on hers, as if carefully watching to see what she would do next. They say, I'll say it as many times as I must, I love you, and I wouldn't be able to accept losing you without knowing anything. So please tell me the reason. I see to it that you are taken care of. Those are the words of a man of means, Lord Mel. Of someone blessed enough to have pity for others. You are a foolish young man. You know nothing. But the greatest fool of them all is myself. If you agree to punish me, I will talk. Tell me. Her long white hair and his soft flaxen hair touched. For just the briefest of moments, it appears in the darkness as though they have become fused together. The white-haired girl, having finally gathered the courage, began to slowly tell her tale. On the night of the storm, I paid a visit to Rose Manor, this mansion. My father and I were always on the move, traveling across the land by foot, so it was only recently that we heard rumors of the Rose Manor. There were several reasons we couldn't stay in one place. First is my unusual appearance. People often find the color of my skin or eyes disconcerting. So after living in one place for long enough, unsettled rumors would begin to spread, forcing us to leave. Another reason was my father's line of work. He painted pictures for a living. But he had trouble finding a patron, so he had to work day to day. When he was no longer able to find work in a city, we moved. We were birds that migrated without a flock. When we arrived at this town, my father was exhausted and weak. That is when we learn of the Rose Manor, and the family who dwell within it. The Rose is a name my father could never forget. He was, long ago, a painter in service of the Rose family. Oh? Hold on. Your father was an artist here. Yes. It was before I was born. You probably don't remember Lord Mel. So, you knew about us before you came here. For as long as I can remember, I've known the name Rhodes. My father was chased from your house just because they didn't like something that he painted. Having failed the Rose family, no one else would become his patron. Just as a good reputation spread, so too does a bad one. Branded once as a failure, no one will take you in ever again. You nobles throw your parties and spread your gossip about this painter or that sculpture. The rose you tried to give me is an example of that. It was certainly crafted with skill, but the jeweler is only known because some aristocrat spoke highly of him. My father's paintings were no less skillful. His was a talent that could not be easily imitated. But no one was willing to separate the art from the artist. The Rhodes family stole everything from my father. But even thrown into the streets, his only skill was painting. That was all he could do to earn a living. What little money we had for food he gave to me. He did everything he could to ensure my survival, even at the expense of his own well-being. My father passed away in this town. Up until his last breath, he was only ever concerned about me. He held me in his arms and ran his fingers through my hair, and an apologetic look on his face. If I had a normal appearance, I'm sure life would have been much easier. He was always telling me how sorry he was for making life so hard, even though it was not his fault I looked like this. I disdained the Rose family for for putting my father through such hardship. I imagine you were still living in dissonance, acting as though nothing has ever happened. No, you wouldn't even care about the fate of one simple painter. Our lives meant nothing to you, and so I sought to bring misfortune upon you. Is she the witch? And that's why you tried to kill me. In truth, I wanted to take the master's life, but your father spends too much time outside the mansion. And so, you're right. If they lost me, it would put my family in a very difficult position. That is the whole of my tale. You now know about my father and how I feel about you. Having having told you of the blackness in my heart, I cannot go on living like nothing has changed. Please give me punishment. Why? Why would you have me put the ones I love through any more misery? I am not fit for your affection. Not only because I am not aristocrat, but because every time I spoke with you, I did so holding this darkness in my heart. Does that not unnerve you? In the end, it was my family action that caused you so much suffering. Would that your father's Would that your father were still alive, perhaps I could have done something. I'm sorry. And besides, you hesitated. You didn't actually kill me. What am I even to punish you for? As you said, you had countless opportunities, but you could not bring yourself to do it. Tell me, why couldn't you kill me? Because if it's because I've given you enough reason to have even the slightest bit of interest in me. Nothing was as I envisioned it. What? I assume the residents of the Rose Manor would be cool people who believe that wealth and rank mattered above all. But on the night of the storm, the mistress was the first one to extend her hand to me. I arrived at the mansion disguised as a beggar. Actually, disguise is not the right word, as many nights I only survived on the generosity of others. The mistress did not send me away when she saw me. Quite the opposite. She took me in as a servant. So that was the mother's doing. I could scarcely believe she would invite a stranger into her home, that she would treat a stranger with such compassion. I thought perhaps she knew who my father was, but I had never met any of you before, so she must simply be that kind-hearted a woman. Be that kind-hearted a woman? Okay. And the mistress continued to treat me with kindness, despite my disquieting appearance and the darkness in my heart. In time, I began to grow less and less sure of myself. What was I meant to do right? What was I meant to do right? Were the things I felt truly justified? But it was a certain fact that my father was here and that he had been chased out. So I decided I should take your life, to put an end to everything before I wavered any further. And then, and then, and then, you were too kind to me. It's all your fault. Because you laugh with such affection, because you give me smiles like that, because you say the things you say. I am sorry. No, no, don't apologize. I'm so happy to hear that. Despite the unusual circumstances. Please don't say you want me please, don't say you want me to leave. Don't say you want to leave. Don't ask me to punish you. I can't do anything for your father, but at least allow me to do something for the daughter he cares so dearly. You are far too kind-hearted. I'll be happier with you around. You can become a real aristocrat. Huh? There are families that would be willing to adopt you, especially knowing it will bring them ties to the Rose family in the near future. Are you saying, as long as you're okay with that, of course. I don't understand. How could you possibly say that? I have my hands around your neck even as we speak. Really? It's still there? Yeah. And it seems reasonable enough to me. I am desperately looking for some way not to have to lose you. But I couldn't. I don't know any etiquette or social customs. How could I? You can learn all of that. You're pretty and naturally graceful. You will do just fine. Um, you are such an aristocrat, Lord Mel. What? D the way you can come up with these compliments so easily. Only for you. Nelly says my poetry has much charm as a dissertation. I don't understand theater, it puts me to sleep. Heh. You laugh, thank goodness. Keep smiling. You don't have to stop. A smile on your face is a smile on mine. No matter how deep the darkness has taken roots in your heart, it can always be removed. I believe people are capable of forging their own futures. What do you say we go to the theater sometimes? I promise I won't sleep through it. At private theaters we can get a seat as far end of the second floor, so we don't have to stand. They'll be pretty lavish seats and they will give you a chance to experience noble life. But please don't be shy. I can have clothes prepared for you. Act as one of the maids who can keep a secret. We know who does. Say one with a black hair, yeah. She kinda scares me though. Yeah, I understand that. I don't know what am I supposed to say. How could you show such compassion for me? I try to inflict harm upon you. Am I allowed to feel such joy? For every day you suffered, a day of happiness. That's how it... For every day you suffered, a day of... yeah, I read that correctly. That's how it has to be. Stand by my side. He softly whispered the girl's name. For several long moments her lips trembled in trepidation, but in time she squeezed them together and made a smile. He wrapped his arms around her unbelievably slender, frail frame, holding her tight in an affectionate embrace. Mel approached me the next day. He explained to me the course of events and asked me to dress her up more beautifully than any other noble girl have ever been. She was already a very pretty girl, so even without much effort on my part, I simply put her in a dress and she radiated beautifully. I was quite partial to her smile, so I agreed to help, thinking that if it would lead to her happiness, I could not ask for anything more. I never anticipated what will happen next, though. Perhaps my hopes were unreasonable after all. The maid... Oh, Nelly. Did Nelly get jealous? Nelly probably got jealous. Most definitely she got jealous. Absolutely she got jealous. Ooh, this music is good. Nelly, yep. Now, Arthur. Now, Nelly, you love the theater, so don't look so cross. Nelly was out with a man other than her brother that evening, a rare sight indeed, and She's probably gonna encounter her brother there. And she was quite clearly in a foul mood. Oh, this music slaps! What is this song called? I will not stand for this. That I should have to marry a man as disgraceful as Arthur. Oh, it's unthinkable. The young man at her side was Nellie's fiancé selected by her parents. On any other occasion, she would have snubbed an invitation from any man who was not Mel. But she had little to say in the matter. She was, for lack of a better word, forced to go out with him. I'm sorry, but this part of the song is really good. And oh, how furiously she had fought against it. She had shoved aside the Abigail trying to fasten her corset, lock herself in a room, and sob for quite some time. It required the combined efforts of several of us to get her ready and out the door for her date. Come now, you should at least pretend you're enjoying yourself. Or do you want people to think we don't get along? Do we get along? Well, I want to, for what it's worth. What it's worth to you is my name, not me. Are you really going to be like that? I went out of my way to take you to your favorite play. The least you could do is be a little kinder to me. What was it called again? Romeo and Juliet? It's been running for 6 or 7 years now. A family like yours or mine could pay to have a brand new script written. Don't, it's a legend. Why should we have to see an old play at a theater full of commoners? It may be private, but even so, I would rather just have a show put on at my estate. Stop talking already. Why should I have to marry someone like you? I have absolutely no desire to marry you. Whatever it takes, I will put a stop to this. I will talk to father as many times as I must. Please don't make a scene, it's shameful. There are people around, remember you represent your family. Besides, our family are hardly strangers to one another. Try as you might, I doubt you can get rid of me. No matter what you say, you can break this engagement. You don't. Your parents gave you too much freedom, and look at what a spoiled little girl you became because of it. Goodness, you are going to be quite a handful. Oh, get off your high horse. No, you're the one on the high horse, Nellie. You are going to be my wife. You could at least put some effort into liking me. What happens when I take you to social engagements and you act like this? It's shameful to the both of us. This is coming from someone who used to call me Lady Nellie. What's your problem? Lady Nellie? When you choose to act like a lady, I will gladly call you that again. Goodness gracious. Put yourself in my shoes for a second. I have to marry a bratty little girl because it will help my family. How dare you talk about me that way? You're not a damn princess. Open your eyes. If you think you're talking to your father, I will get you out of this. If you think talking to your father will get you out of this marriage, you're welcome to try. I doubt he will have it though. He'll have it though. Otherwise, you could just complain about it to your friends. Oh, that's right. As far as I'm aware, you don't have any friends. Enough. As you wish. This is so frustrating. Why should I have to listen to this jerk mock me? I have Mel. I know. If Fata won't listen to me, I ask Mel to talk to him. Mel will be able to convince him. Come on now, your favorite play is about to start. Maybe you should face forward. Enjoy it while it lasts, you won't be talking down to me much longer. Yep. What? Is that? Wait, Nelly! Get back here! What is that damn child's problem? I didn't give her permission to leave. Fuck you, dude. Nobody needs permission from you to leave. Father would be sure to hear about this. I cannot have the Rose making more of a fool of me. Making more of a fool of me. Yeah, you're fine. Don't be shy. Oh, that's the white-haired girl. But so many people are looking at me. That's because you're gorgeous. No, it's because I look strange. I assure you that's not the case. It's true you have an unusual appearance, but right now the unique color of your hair your skin, and your eyes will all serve to accentuate your beauty. You sound like a prince, Lord Mel. What? You think so? I mean, I did say I'll be standing prince for you, but here comes Melly. I think you're a wonderful prince, not just a stand-in. Which makes you my princess then. I don't. Oh, you're supposed to say yes I am. You're supposed to say yes I am there. You're going to make me sad. Yeah, I guess I just have to keep working at it until you submit. Bad line. Bad line. Oh hey, the play's about to start, and here comes your sister. In 3, 2... what am I supposed to be doing? Nothing. Nothing in particular. Just sit back and enjoy the show. Oh, but there's one thing. Yes? If I start dozing off, could you maybe wake me up? Here comes your sister. Yep, footsteps. No. What? There is Mel. Nelly. Mel, there is Mel. Why are you here? Why are you? What are you doing here? I asked her to join me. There's nothing to get worked up over. It absolutely is. How many times did I ask you to come with me and you wouldn't? You don't even like theater, dearest Mel, and you brought her? You're right, I'm not especially fond of plays, but I wanted her to be able to see one. Why are you making such a big deal out of this, Nelly? She's not suitable for you. What? She isn't good enough for you. Why would you choose her? She's creepy and you have no idea where she came from. Don't talk about her like that, Nelly. But you don't even know who her family is. I do. What? Lord Mel. It's fine. You just stay quiet. That's not how you don't just tell okay. Like the other maids, she comes from a respectable home. I looked into it. However, the circumstances prevent me from telling you what house that is. No, you're lying. That can't be. She doesn't act like a lady. She lacks etiquette, and she's probably can't even dance. You expect me to believe someone like her is from a good house? Enough already, Nelly. Mel yelled at me. You have my words, you don't have to worry about her. So please stay out of this, Nelly. This isn't your business if I spend time with her, is it? Is it any of your business if I spend time with her, is it? But there is Mel. You need to stop hanging all over me, Nelly, and find someone for... Wait. What are you doing here at the theater? Are you here alone? Oh yes, there is Mel. About that, I have a favor to ask you. Of you. I wanted to talk to you about this since yesterday, but I haven't seen you at all. Tell down, Nelly, what is it? Father had me engaged without consulting me. He picked Arthur, that disagreeable little... Alright, that, I already know. You what? What? I heard it from Father. That reminds me, you didn't show up at breakfast this morning. I see now. It's because of your engagement. There is Mel. Is that who you're here with today? In that case, you should get back to him, rather than waste any more time with us. You knew I didn't want to get married, Mel, so why? Why didn't you talk Father out of it? Because it's your time, Nelly. If there's someone else you would rather be with, then well, you can try persuading Father, but you're the only prince for me, dearest Mel. And the prince always grants his princess wishes, doesn't he? I just want you to say you will do that for me, dearest Mel. Lady Nelly. You stay out of this. It's all your fault. It's all because you showed up and played your little tricks on him. I warned you about this rat, dearest Mel. She is not suitable for... I told you I had enough already. Did he slap her? How much... Ow. How much longer are you going to continue acting like a child? I can deal with you being a spoiled little girl, but how dare you be so deserving to someone else? Mel hit me. Lord Mel? Go on, the show is about to start. People are giving us dirty looks. Return to your betrothed now. I will apologize to him afterwards as well. You said you will always be by my side. That you will always be my prince. Time to make believe is past, Nelly. No, I refuse to believe it. I will not have it. Nelly! My goodness, that girl. Are you not going to go after her, Lord Mel? No, just let her go. The only place she has to go is home. I just wish she'll start acting a little bit more like an adult. I imagine Lady Nelly simply... She what? No. It just wasn't my intention to get between you two. Get between you. Don't blame yourself. It's not your fault we had an argument. But you two are so close. Well, yeah, we're siblings, so we're close, but nothing more. I do not care about Nellie. I enjoy spending time with her. But she is my sister, nothing more. Anyways, sorry for making such a scene. No, I imagine she left her betrothed behind without saying anything, so I'm going to go apologize to him. We have to keep up our appearances. Stay here, I'll be right back. Very well. Well, that escalated quickly. Master. What are your thoughts on the tale so far? Pretty messed up. Nellie. Oh my god, Nellie, why are you the way that you are? Which of the siblings do you think was in the right, Master? I can't say. The brother or the sister? The brother. I will say the brother because the sister. Oh my! I apologize for the abrupt questions. Oh yeah, that was abrupt. Did I startle you? What do I think? Yes, I believe Mel was probably right, yeah. He was also surely happier than her. As Mel had anticipated, Nellie fled from the theater, leaving her fiancé behind. She forced her way into a carriage stop outside, probably one called for a different nobleman, in order to take her to her home. You could just do that? Mel's assumption was correct. The only place she had to run to was her mansion. The mansion. The sun was beginning to set. As a young lady, she could not simply go wandering through town alone. Nor did she have any acquaintances to take her in. Her world was, in essence, composed of two elements, her brother and the rose garden. They were the light of her life at Rose Manor. She lived a very isolated existence. Nellie, panting from running and crying. When she escaped back home, Nellie went straight to her room, locked the door, and began sobbing. The waves of her sorrow came crashing effortlessly over the levees. Tears streamed through her the crack walls of the dam blocking her tear ducts. Why? Why won't you help me, Mel? Why won't you take my side? The decor in her room appeared blurry through her damp eyes. The memories of the day that she had redecorated played back in her head with crystal clarity. She told me she had no feelings for you. That liar! Liar! That liar! She let her emotions run wild, breaking glass, craftwork, silver plates designed by famous foreign artisans, flower vases, and all sorts of things. It was as though a beast had been set loose in her bedchamber. The vase she tossed shattered against the painting hanging on the wall, spraying water, porcelain, and roses in every direction. It was a portrait she adored dearly of her and her brother. And in what appeared to her like a metaphor for her life, the frame fell off its mounting and came crashing to the floor. Nellie darted over and scooped it up. The frame had broken, but the painting inside was unharmed. Two smiling children were still the very image of happiness, inseparable siblings gently holding one another's hand. my princess no more. Though her present state of mind, that image of happiness brought her nothing but misery. And the worse she felt, the more frustrated she grew at the smiling girl and the kind boy of her past. The princess was no more either. Oh yeah, I remember at the beginning it says like, without the burden of adulthood, they lived in happiness or something like that. The princess was no longer either. You're not a princess anymore, Nelly. Some other woman has taken your place. Right. I trusted you, Mel. I believe you would always be there for me. This painting is nothing but a lie. That's not the real Mel. That's not the real me. It's all a big fat lie. A lie. Oh, she's tearing it up. I wish this painting never existed. That it was never made. That I never had a brother. Oh. This painting. Yeah. Wait, who made the painting? Was it the white-haired girl's father? In a fit of emotional distress, she scratched furiously at the painting she once considered precious. She put more force into her fingers than she, or perhaps anyone, might have imagined she could. Flakes of paint began falling off the canvas, and in time she noticed something peculiar. Huh? What is this writing? Something hidden beneath the paint. Ooh. Just a little more. A date. Why would that be hidden? What could be for? Completed. May the 15th, 1587. She read aloud a faded scratch of handwriting. After staring blankly at the text for some time, the color in her face began to drain. What is this? How could this have been painted 16 years ago? 16 years ago. I wasn't even born then. And Mel would have been just a baby. This is not me, and this is not Mel. Is this not Mel? Is this not me? Oh right, I read that wrong, but man. There's still more writing. Urged on by her rapidly pounding heart, Nellie furiously scratched away at the painting. Even as her clean pink fingernails were soiled with fragments of paint and blood, she did not stop. She was so overwhelmed by trepidation that she could not stop. She had a horrible premonition that something was about to happen, something indescribable, incomprehensible. This is how I envision your son and our unborn daughter might look several years from now. Your son and our unborn daughter. So this was a painting of the future. Then it really is of me and Mel. No, use your head, stupid. I'm only 14. 16 years ago, oh, the music is good. 16 years ago, I would not have been even inside Mother. But then who is this? Who is that holding Mel's hand? Who is that with my brother? More there has to be. Ow. found it. There was more writing. I have to know what this is. Calm down, Ellie. It's nothing to get worked up over. I'm sure it's nothing. Calm down and read. There is nothing to worry about. If our unborn child... This is what the writing on the painting said. If our unborn child does not have your hair color, then you will probably not be able to take her in as your own. Oh, I have an idea. I will be punished and my life made miserable. And so I pray that the child might have flaxen hair. Though it's a sin to wish she had in her a trace of me, I do hope it is a girl. What am I reading? I have an idea who to... Someone tell me, what does it mean? A painting from 16 years ago. Hair color. Sin. I do hope it's a girl. I have an idea of what that's referring to. If the hair color of the girl is white, then they will be kicked out of the mansion, which it did happen. Yes. It's Nellie, let me in. Lady Nellie. Oh, you changed out of your dress. That's a shame, it looked nice on you. Yeah, it really did look so nice. Almost like you were a princess. Why are you acting the way that you are? That's not normal for that character. Lady Nellie. Say, I've got a question for you. Do you mind? But by all means. What color hair did your father have? Yeah, I was right. The white-haired girl is the sister to the brother, and she's not. I beg your pardon? Did you not hear me? Should I repeat the question? No. I assume it would be about Lord Mill. I'm just so curious about where you got that white color from. My father was more tan than white. So I didn't inherit my paleness from anyone. I asked about your father's hair color. Why would you want to? There's no reason you can't tell me, is there? My father, had white hair. But that was simply because he was an older man. I don't think he was born with it. Why are you laughing? Lady Nellie. She's going crazy. She found out that she is not actually the sister. Hey, guess what? I figured out. I figured it all out. Yeah, it was so simple. Why is it bitter step? There's only one difference between you and me. That thing that Mel fell for is... Why do you have... those... No, stay back. What? Wait. I heard a knife. Oh, please don't tell me she killed her. Ah, we have finally reached this point in the tale, Master. If your memory hasn't been refreshed, then we can return to the mansion immediately. If your memory has been refreshed, then we can return to the mansion immediately. Very well then. If you insist, Master, we shall proceed with the story. It was a stormy night, much like the one the white-haired girl had first arrived on. It's quiet and as cryptic as the mansion. Not a single light was visible in the halls. The house sat in wait for the sun to peek out over the horizon. The darkness is, generally speaking, is something that rushes like a gust of wind as we sleep. The flaxen-haired young man, too late in bed, pale blue moonlight sporadically streamed through the gaps in his drawn velvet curtains as he attempted to submit to slumber. He was having difficulty drifting off, but as time trickled onwards, he drew closer and closer to the arms of Morpheus. Suddenly, he sensed a presence in his room, much like the one from those nights some week earlier. Is someone there? A slender feminine figure pressed gently against his lips. There was no hostility in the motion, but rather a great deal of affection. The silhouette faintly visible in the dark room was the same as that night. A flash of lightning shone through the drawn curtains, illuminated her beautiful white hair. Several silky locks spilled over her shoulders and brushed against Mill's cheek. The white-haired girl. A couple of soft puffs of air trickled his face as though she were silently laughing. Why is she laughing? She just got killed. He assumed her finger, had held against his lip, was her way of telling him to stay quiet. She began to slowly, delicately trace the outline of his mouth, moving down his cheek and along his jawline as if over porcelain. You're rather more forward than I remember. Well, I suppose you always were quite daring. This isn't the first time you sneak into my bedchamber, white-haired girl. The boy said in an attempt to conceal his surprise. Do you remember the night she came to exact her revenge on him for her father? Indeed, she had proven herself to be a rather bold girl once already. It's dark. I can't see you very well. Why don't I light a lamp? Perhaps we could open the... Before he could finish, the white-haired girl had sealed his lips with her own. In the near total darkness of his bedchamber, the two shadows appear as one. No. They remained that way for several minutes. Their kiss was innocent, no more than the pressing together of two pairs of lips. And at the same time, the white-haired girl lovingly ran her fingertips across his skin. This is weird. When their lips separated, Mel gasped for air, seeming he has been holding his breath. Silently embarrassed at himself, he says, what is that? Dearest Mel. Wait a minute. Did she cut off her hair and put it on? Nothing. He could not speak. I can't speak. I mean, I'm speaking right now, but the silhouette hanging above him was certainly the white-haired girl's, or was it? Because his next words were, "Get off me." He reflectively shoved the girl straddling him aside. She rolled off the bed, landing on the cold floor, but slowly, gradually crawled her way back towards them. That wasn't very nice. Veiled in darkness, she slowly lifted her head, and then there was another flash of lightning. The heavy fabric of the curtain rustled, bolt of light streaming between the gaps. Oh, you're creepy. And Nellie? Her flaxen irises glimmered. Though the The bluish white light they took a twinge of almost golden yellow. No need to be rough. This isn't the first time she visited your bedchamber. Oh, she heard that. Isn't it, Mel? Or did I not kiss you the same way? You shaved her hair and put it on your head. Are you also wearing her corpse? Because you're... Tell me, how did she run her fingers across your skin? What does she do when she snuzzles up to you? Stop this madness, Nelly. Why would you do this? Because you like white hair, don't you, Mel? You like white hair, which is why you fell for her, isn't it? So if I have white hair, then you will fall for me too. You are crazy, woman. Then I could be a princess again. There is Mel. Okay, yeah, I'm putting on a crazy voice for this one because she is crazy. What are you even... Oh wait, that's Mel. What are you even talking about? He could not escape from her, from his sister-piercing gaze. Why? What happened? How could she? Questions crash into a young man's mind like waves in a stormy sea. Yeah, you really are creepy. Holy shit. But none of them found answers. They simply caused him further perplexity. Your hair, what happened to your hair? How did you get it that color? Oh, this. Ah! She killed her! You like my wig? But as soon as the words left her mouth, Mel was in motion, propelled by pure instinct. He clenched Nellie's shoulder tight enough so dig his fingers into her flesh. You're hurting me, Mel. What did you do to her? Tell me, what did you do? I made her leave. It was a perfectly reasonable decision. She was obviously not nobility, and thus hardly fit to be a part of this household. But there's no need to worry, Mel. I'm here to take her place. You sound like a mad woman, because she is. It doesn't matter if she was of noble blood or not. She promised she would stay by my side, so how could you do that to her? I promise you that long before she ever did. And I love you far more than she did, Mel. Have you lost your mind? Yes. You're not making any sense. She lost her mind. Where is she now? What is she doing? It's always her with you. What more could you want from me? Tell me, what does she have that I don't? She ain't crazy. What do I have to do to get you to focus on me, and only me? We're siblings. Don't you understand what you're doing? Oh, I understand. Oh wait, that was Mel. That was Mel. Oh, I did the crazy voice of Mel. Oh, I understand quite well, far better than you do, dearest Mel. I even know that a former queen was executed for it. But if we don't get caught, there's no problem. You're insane. Nelly, what are you saying? You always felt this way about me? Oh my, you didn't know this, dearest Mel. You truly are the dense one. A dense one. I guess romance just isn't your strong suit. But you know this now, haven't you? You know exactly how I feel about you, right? Quit it. Enough. Don't say anything else. Stop. Stop having these insane feelings for me. It's disgusting. Yeah. What are you laughing about? Poor, poor Mel. Content in your complete ignorance. Alright, I'll tell you everything. Mel, you can only love blood-related women. Oh god, no. Oh no. Huh? His crackling sister appeared to him like some type of inhuman life form. Her actions and incomprehensible acclamations slowly drained him of his strength. What kind of deranged nonsense is that? I love her. She's your sister, Mel. Very funny. How far you might know she's not being crazy this time, dude. Far you might have you gone, Nelly. Poor, poor, poor Mel. You honestly know nothing. Say that her father was a painter. He painted pictures for a living. What of it? For a time, her father painted our family. For our family. You've seen the picture before, dearest Mel. The one hanging in my room of the two of us. That was painted by your father. He did a good job, didn't he? I kept asking and asking until you finally agreed to hold my hand. How did you feel about that? Were you rather embarrassed, weren't you? Do you remember that day, dearest Mel? You couldn't possibly remember it. But there is a chance you might remember this. Before we moved to this mansion, we had a painter with white hair. I don't remember any such thing. He was long ago. A painter in service of the Rhodes family. But that painter did something very, very bad. And because of that, he couldn't remain a part of our household. Do you know what he did, Mel? He laid with Mother. My father was chased from your house. If the child has been born with flaxen hair, the painter would not have been thrown out. The baby would have been accepted as a part of the family. But that wasn't how it turned out. The child had white hair. She didn't look at all like she carried the Rhodes family blood. But see, Mother had me. That I am here is all the proof you need. The girl born 16 years ago didn't have flaxen hair. Up until his last breath, he was only ever concerned about me. Oh, this is a story that the white-haired girl told him. He held me in his arms and ran his hand through my hair and an apologetic look on his face. You're talking total nonsense. What proof do you have? If you want to see it, I'd gladly show it to you. The artist left a message in the painting in my room. Tell me, am I truly wrong? What did that girl tell you? You're lying. What part of it is a lie, Mel? Everything I'm telling you is the truth. Why don't you go ask Mother? I'm sure she would throw quite the fit. Mother wouldn't. The mistress did not send me away when she saw me. Oh, because she was her child. Quite the opposite, she took me in as a servant. It never made sense to me. Why would she hire a maid she knew nothing about? Someone who just showed up at the door one day. When I asked Mother to make her my maid, she stubbornly refused. from a good house. Don't make me laugh. If she were really nobility, she wouldn't have given us her name. But Mother was so desperate to cover up her mistake. Ha 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 ha. That doesn't make any sense. I don't believe a word that you're saying. It couldn't possibly be true. It wouldn't. It would be nice if you could bury your head in the sand. But Mel, feigning ignorance is a sin. No, I refuse to believe it. Not a chance in hell. You just don't understand a thing. Anything. How I feel, how much I've suffered. Do you have any idea how long I loved you? Knowing that you would never accept my affection. But then, fancy that. You fell in love with your half-sister. Then I should qualify as your love too. Shouldn't I, Mel? Oh, they added a laugh track. Good. Stop it. Enough. Shut your mouth. Not another word. I don't believe any of this. Mel. I know you'll never love me. I know there's no way for me to run. Say, when we were kids, was that really me? I was really by your side, Mel. Was I really by your side, Mel? If that painting tells the whole truth, I was never once did I ever get to be your princess. Not even once. So that whole flashback at the beginning was a lie? Dearest Mel, everyone just loved to dote on me. They're always telling me how pretty I am. Mother does, father does, and all the maids do too. I can do anything I want. So for me, acting like a spoiled brat is the only form of rebellion I have. I don't have any kind of freedom you do, Mel. I'm just a doll for the family to play with. When I have visitors, it's only ever for show. So it's not my fault that I don't have friends, dearest Mel. You're the one who's ever cared about me more than anything in the world. Dearest Mel. I always knew I would react if you how I would react if you fell in love with me and fell in love. I would cry my eyes out, I would admire to death, I would get angry as a bull, but eventually I would have given up. I knew I could never have it in my way after all. My feelings will never bear fruit. So why did she have to be your sister? Tell me, why? Oh, is this memory thing again? Oh, dearest Mel, here you are again reading such hard books. Your eyes will go bad if you spend too long staring at pages. I'll be fine, Nelly. It's not like I'm reading 24 hours a day. No, that's not good enough. If your eyes go bad, dearest Mel, you won't be able to see me. Hold on, let me check if I'm recording. Yes. You won't be able to see me anymore. You worry too much. I can see you fine and well, my princess. Your hair glimmering like the sun and your beautiful smile. I can see you as clear as day, and that will never change. Plus, the skies are clear today, so you're even more radiant than usual. You do know this is my favorite season. Winter is cold, there's so much rain, I can't stand it. But as I get closer to my birthday, the clouds go away. And I just adore the sun. Oh yes, it's almost your birthday, isn't it? You haven't decided on what you're going to ask for father for. Not yet. I want pretty dolls and shoes and sparkling gems. Oh, the background is getting darker. Look at the flower in the back, it's getting darker. And I also want pretty dresses, like the one Mother wears. Yeah, Alice, that long is gonna be acting a bit too much even for father. But, there is Mel. Hmm? I already have what I want the most. So, truth is, as long as I have that, I don't need anything else. Oh, and what would that be? A hairpin they bought you the other day? Or maybe the song that they had written for you last year? None of that, there is Mel. Then what could it be? Now I'm really curious. What is it that's so valuable to you? Yeah, it's getting darker in the background. That's a secret. Girls have so many secrets they just don't know what to do. Yeah. Say there is Mel. Would you run your fingers through my hair? Just for a little bit. Oh! What's gotten into you, Nelly? Why are you so hungry for attention all of a sudden? Please, there is Mel. Oh. Oh, Nelly, what am I gonna do with you? Come over here. And I want to sit on your lap. Yes, yes, as you was my beautiful, beautiful little princess. Say, there is Mel. What is it this time, Nelly? Right now, I'm so incredibly happy. Oh, and out of curiosity, who was it that you really cared so much about? Panting. In a... oh, look, rain. Actually, rain animation. In a fevered frenzy, Mel fled from the mansion. Even in early summer, the night was cold. And to make matters worse, the raindrop pelted him from head to toe. But that caused him a little discomfort, for a far greater maelstrom of pain rampaged within his breast. At night, the town took on a different appearance, not simply for the lack of illumination, but the people active within it as well. It was not a suitable place for a young aristocrat man to go wandering unattended. The darkness is not only the abode of devils, but of beggars, thieves, criminal, and all manner of things undesirable. But despite that, he continued to run, knowing not where he was to head. He simply went where his feet took him. And where he arrived was at the church. Father, God to be able to offer me counsel, to answer my questions about that painting, about her, about Nellie's feelings. Not her lies, but the truth. Please open the door. Open the door. But as you might expect, the doors were locked, and the priest showed no sign of responding to his calls. The sounds of the pouring rain drowned out everything else. His head drooped feebly. He looked like a helpless little calf who had wandered alone onto the dark, precarious mountain path with no ends in sight. Why won't anyone tell me the truth? All I want is for someone to tell me it's not true. Then that will not be the truth, because if it was true, then you would not accept it. Have I sinned? No, I didn't know anything. I didn't know. No. None of it's true. So I haven't done anything wrong. I'm not at fault, am I? Nevertheless, his sister claims and her laughs. Her claims and her laughs continue to echo within his head. If he truly believed it to be false, he would have gone look at the painting. That he could not was an indication that uncertainty had a stronger grip on him. Fragmented images of the white-haired painter fluttered through the back of his mind, but he desperately shoved them aside. What good is church? What good is theology? What good is God? Well, something moved near the boy. It stood immediately behind him and grasped his white dress gown. He's been so consumed by his own world that he had not noticed the person present until they were close enough to touch him. What? Who are you? Standing there was a beggar dressed in tattered rags. He's still begging at the church? The hood beggar tentatively— is that the father? The hood beggar tentatively extended his hand towards Mel, pleading for relief with sad, slender fingers. Were he a generous man, Mel would have given the beggar something. Were he generous, of course. Lord. Get your filthy hands off me, oh wow. I don't have a damn thing to give you right now. Don't you dare touch me, wow. Suddenly, the beggar head turned upwards. My eyes catch the beggar's. The hood fell back, revealing the hairless head. It's the white-haired girl. Why? A pair of red eyes, gazing bitterly through with familiar distinctive glimmer at Mel. Red eyes. She immediately covered her face and turned to run. It can't be. The beggar that's always been here was a— but you said yourself that they would not survive much longer. How could you be certain that she was the same beggar? Wait for me. Perhaps as someone of such high social standing, all beggars appear the same to you. Or perhaps you wanted to believe your meager generosity made a difference, that you did something of value. I will not say it's wrong to think so, but wait for me. I chase after the fleeting girl. Though I shout for her to stop, she continues to run. The rain is so heavy, I'm afraid I might lose her. I'm terrified. But I didn't do anything wrong, did I? Yeah, you did. I'm begging you, please stop. I just want to talk. White-haired girl. She comes to a stop at a corner. Please do not go around this corner. It's you, isn't it? I am sorry. Why are you apologizing? What I said back there was terrible, and for that I'm truly sorry. I didn't realize it was you. Please come back to me. If you're concerned about social status, I'll figure something out. And Nellie's getting married off soon enough. Oh yes, Nellie. Nellie did some horrible things to you. She lost her mind. She was talking nonsense. But don't worry, she'll be out of the picture soon enough. I'll make sure you're safe. Say something, please. Are you angry? You're angry, aren't you? I'm not angry at you. I'm not. Did you know everything? Did you come to our house aware of everything? What? Did you please tell me? Tell me, please. The priest isn't around and everything Nellie say is a lie. Why you keep saying it's a lie? You're the only one who would tell me it's not true. What are you? Our relationship. I don't understand what you're saying. Oh, now he's going mad. I see. You don't know. You don't know. It's for the best. Yeah, now he's going mad. Nellie is the only one who knows, and she'll be gone before long. Everything will be alright, Lord Mel. Alright. It'll all be alright. Let's go back. And make sure you're never put in danger again. I'm begging you, stay with me. My appearance is no longer suitable to stand by at your side. You saw how unsightly I am back at the church, did you not? Hair could grow back. That's not a problem. I truly look the part of the hideous witch. But I am to blame. It was a sin for me to find happiness in your kindness. What are you talking about? My sin was falling in love with you. Not what happened to my father, nor how we had spent our days. There is no sin in that. We have our whole lives ahead of us, don't we? With enough time, this whole tragic mess will be behind us. Things will only get better from here. I'll be your prince, just like the one who took the girl to see the outside world. So please, give me your hand. Come to me. Don't leave me all alone. I need you by my side. Please. I extended my hand around the corner. I sensed her hesitating beyond the bend. I'm begging you. I can't see what's on the other side, but a vision of her reaching out to put her hand in mine wells up in my mind. But that story never had an ending. What? She doesn't take my hand. I doubt the girl ever wrote that letter. Huh? She's not there when I turn the corner. Why? How does things end up like this? Where did I go wrong? Oh God. Oh, that's cool. It's a maid. Your error was likely your kindness. Are you God? Is that what this alluding to? Is that your God? I would believe it. Thoughtlessly, hazardly, spreading your generosity. But that generosity came from your own desire to avoid pain. For your own happiness, what should I have done? I can't take this. Everyone was happy. Nellie used to laugh and smile. She once meant the world to me. How did things end up like this? You're too nice. It's not my fault. I didn't do anything wrong. You like to think that. If you pretend like nothing happened, then perhaps they can go on smiling in your head. But regardless, you must follow the path you tread. It is your path alone. The path you choose when, in that moment, you decide to run. Make the wrong choice in those moments, and you shall find yourself on the road to ruins. I would have been better off not knowing. Better off in the dark. I just wanted those tranquil days to last. They were supposed to last forever. At some point your childhood must come to an end. Ah, that's That's what I was referring to at the beginning of the story. At the door. And at that ending may not be the one you anticipating. And that ending may not be the one you anticipated. I can't stand this world. You yearn for a world that would treat you with kindness. What should I do? What should I have done? Someone please help me. You should return now. You spent too long out here and you're liable to catch a cold. I thought we should go back to being normal after giving the most philosophical speech, the heart-wrenching speech ever. Being the most mysterious character in this entire thing. Now let us return to our own time. Oh, we're going back? Oh, the maid's gone. The crescent-fallen young man faded into the distance, and the decrepit double doors slacked shut. And with that, we're going to save. Returning to the mansion, yes. There we go. And with that, that's the end of the video. Because I finished the door, I just wanted to do this last part to finish up this door. Okay. Damn, that was a story. Holy shit. Things go wrong really quickly. Very quickly. But this door is finished. And we should be beginning the other one. Right, so I heard that the chapters and this thing is separating into doors. So we just finished the first door, which is the first chapter. And yeah, I'm gonna end it here and begin the next chapter probably tomorrow or later. So thank you everybody so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.